Yo, what's up, guys? It's the Straight Faced, aka Persistence. And so this is my second time recording this video because the first one was 40 minutes long, I kid you not, and I was talking a lot and it was just too lengthy, so I'm gonna try to make it very simple. Disclaimer, if you see, no, not a disclaimer, what am I talking about? If you hear a jet in the background, that is my PlayStation. I have not cleaned it in 7 years, so just keep that in mind. Try to ignore it. I know it's annoying. It might be very loud. I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen to it. But okay, now a real disclaimer. So this is, as you can see by the title, it's my personal mental loadout. That's why I specifically put in the title my mental DPS loadout, because this is 100% mine. I take ownership of this loadout because literally I did my research on YouTube after I created both the AoE and the single target loadout. Nobody on YouTube has this loadout that I have for single target and AoE. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible. Like I said, what you got to keep in mind is, okay, my single target loadout is pretty good. It's pretty good. But where mental has always lacked is the AoE, because the area of effect loadout, because first off, it's power hungry. So I found a loadout that is not power hungry at all. So that's a positive. But the weak part of it is that unless you incorporate iconic powers and movement powers into your loadout for AoE and even single target, that, you know, the damage lacks. The damage lacks if you don't do that. If you don't use a movement power or iconic power in the loadout, especially for AoE, it's not gonna do a lot of damage. That sucks. But it is what it is. I try to do what I can with what I have. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I don't like using iconic powers and movement powers, by the way, in my loadout, is because, like, when I switch to a power, I want to maximize that power's potential. I don't want to incorporate iconic powers and movement power sets into the loadout, because what's the point of switching to a power if you're going to use iconic powers and movement powers? Some of you guys get what I mean. But either way, let's get right into the single target loadout. Let me show you guys my gear. So this is my gear. I don't have any elite bonuses. This is currently my might, 56.7k. So yes, I use supercharged Neo Venom Boost 3. I do use Neo Venom Boost, the iconic, and Robot Sidekick, the iconic. Those are the only two that I use. So supercharged Neo Venom Boost 3 in your helmet, escalated might, berserker, penetrating strikes. Yes, I prefer penetrating strikes over core strength. Ask me down below in the comment section if you want to know why. Legs, restorative cryokinesis, the best one I can find. Feet, deadly block, improved stealth for hands, 100%. So I happen to be blessed with the green crystal turret trinket that I got from survival mode, and it costs 60 data chips. If you don't have this trinket, I think there's an alternative that you can get from the metal part 1 vendor. It's called a snake turret, something like that, something of that nature. You can go ahead and type on YouTube DCUO snake turret, and then it will come up, snake turret trinket. That's what you should search up, and it will come up, and check it out. I haven't done my research on it, but I see some people using it. Maybe it does the same amount of damage as it does, and I'm gonna show you guys what it does. Oh, I did not mean to do that at all. Okay, but anyways, there. Where is it? What? Oh no, son, I got what? What the? All right, but either way, I'll do. Okay, I'll do it. My clips are unedited, man. My videos, I don't edit my videos, so I just effed up. I'll show you guys in a little bit. So exclude that. I got a trinket to buff my might, orbital strike, supply drop, absolutely. For my artifacts, transformation card, Grimorium Verum, and scrap of the soul cloak. So the transformation card, it comes with a penalty, and I only have it at rank 126. So to get the effect of the artifact, you need to have the artifact at 120. When you have it at 120, you get the artifact bonus called Dark Bargain, and you gain 20% critical attack chance and 30% critical magnitude on attacks and heals, but then it comes with a cost because your damage gets reduced. The amount of damage that you do gets reduced. It gets a reduction. So the higher you have this artifact, the higher rank it is, the less the penalty will be. In my case, I only have it at 126, so that's something you got to keep in mind. My artifacts are not maxed out. Grimorium Verum 122, same thing. When you get it to no. For the transformation card, you only need to get it to rank 80 to get the artifact bonus. Whew. I'm talking really fast. I don't like making long videos. Grimorium Verum, level 80. At rank 80, you get the Void Gazer. It's a pet that comes by your side and fights by your side. The higher you get it, the better it will be. I have it at 120, so I get that little beam effect that it does. It also inflicts power interactions according to your power. There you go. It's inflicting terror. See? It's terrorized. The sparring target is terrorized. So that's the effect that inflicts, that the pet inflicts, which is good, but that's not why I use it. I use it because it does damage. It does quite a lot of damage. Not a lot, but it's some extra damage, you know what I mean? Scrap of the Soul Cloak, I rely on my super quite a lot when I'm mental because it's not one of the meta powers, you know? You're gonna have to do whatever it takes to do a significant amount of damage with it. So Scrap of the Soul Cloak will be what I will be maxing out first before any of these artifacts. You might disagree with that, but it's my loadout. Don't get butthurt. In terms of augments, I have the 2 augments from the new DLC, so I'm also missing bonuses from the new augments, and I'm, missing out on some might from these 2. This is the very recent DLC, adaptive augments, so it depends on what DLC you are on. This is going to be different based on the DLC that you're on, but I'm on the very, very current DLC. Mighty Origin Augment. Of course, you're going to use Might Origin Augments. Excuse me. And I don't have these maxed out either, so you gotta keep that into consideration when you look at my parses, man. I'm missing out on a lot of stuff, plus no elite bonuses, like I said. My might is 56.7k. So weapons, I have brawling, but it's really up to you. I picked brawling because I got them hands, but either way, let's keep it going. I have flight, and of course you're gonna get the first, power, any movement mode, because that's how you go faster with the movement. And then I have these are little, bonuses, bonus, stats. Adds 10% in case, root, resistance, you get it. You can get these if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I have it. I have some skill points to spend because I have a good amount of skill points. So weapons, flight, we did that. Iconic powers, I have these 2 just in case I want to hop on the bandwagon of using iconic powers, but Neo Venom boost I actually use, so I got that. Robot Sidekick I also have. Stat points, now this is the last step. Focus, superpowered. Critical attack chance, critical attack damage, like I said, might and power. The rest is up to you. I put it into health. Okay, now the loadout, this is how I have it set up from left to right. You don't necessarily have to have it set up this way, but it's the way I prefer it to be because it's most comfortable for me. So Robot Sidekick, Pyrokinesis, Terrorize, Cryokinesis, Telekinetic Pull, and Invisibility. And inside of Invisibility, you're gonna have Robot Sidekick. Of course, if you don't have Robot Sidekick inside of your Invisibility, every time you go to Invisibility, your Robot Sidekick will be gone. So yeah, have Robot Sidekick. And I have it set up this way on purpose too, because this single target loadout is both ranged and mid-range / melee range. So Psychic Shock right here, Mass Levitation right there, Neo Venom boost, Ambush, Pain Blast, ambush, sleep. These two are your big hitters for melee range. This one can be max range, I believe, ambush, sleep. But ambush, paint blast, you're gonna have to be mid range or closer to hit the enemy. Keep that in mind. This could be ranged. This is melee range, mid range, like I said. And these two are your big hitters. If they crit, you're gonna do a whole lot of damage, even without a supply drop or a supercharge. So now we're gonna talk about the powers. So I have pyrokinesis. It's damage over time. This is what it does. Gonna do it again. Decent damage, you know. I'm aware that a lot of people like to use psychic prison. I don't like it, because like I said, this is both a ranged, a max range, and a close range. So you can't apply psychic prison from this range and hit the enemy, but this you can max range to the max range with it. And it's a single target as well as a AoE effect. So boom, every single ad will be affected. And for this DLC, this happens to be great because there's gonna be multiple bosses, and you know, for example, CT Reg or CT Elite. I'm talking about end game. So for you new players that are watching this, you don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. So yeah, it hits everything. That's what's amazing about it. And so now let's get right into Terrorize. It's a finisher. So the lower the target is that you're hitting, the higher the damage will be. So if the target is below 35% health, it deals extra damage, but don't even worry about that. This is a great alternative to heat vision. And yes, I'm aware I can use solar amplifier and heat vision. I'm not ignorant to that fact, but you know, I don't want to use everything people are doing, you know. This is my personal loadout. If you don't like it, oh well. But yeah, this is how much damage heat vision does. I love it. Not heat vision, Terrorize. I'm so used to people using heat vision, man. I used to use it myself, that's why. So yeah, Terrorize does a good amount of damage, and you gotta realize you'll do 20k plus, 22k plus. That's usually how much I do without a trinket, supply drop, or anything. Okay, now this is a good time to show you what the green crystal turret does from survival mode. There it is. Let me attack to get it going. 24k, 23k, 24k, 24k, 9k, 27k, 24k. The 9k was from my robot sidekick, so don't even worry about that. So that parse by itself was 16k just from the green crystal turret. So it is extremely good for single target. In my opinion, the best one by far. So, oh yeah, let's get back to the powers. Like I told you, pyrokinesis is a AoE, Terrorize a finisher, good alternative for heat vision. Now cryokinesis is another AoE power, and for single target it does a good amount of damage, as you can see. And what's great about it is, if there's 2 bosses, 3 bosses with some ads, you know, you're gonna be hitting everything, and it does good amount of damage even when it's split. So yeah, it's great. I love it. It's my favorite power in the loadout, specifically for that reason. And it also has a cooldown of 0.5 seconds, so you can spam it all you want. And the last one in the loadout, other than invisibility, is telekinetic pull. Not a lot of people use this power. It is very slept on. It does a lot of damage. It reminds me of taser pull from gadgets, except that it has a 3-second cooldown. That's the only downside to it. But yeah, let's take a look at the damage. Remember, keep in mind the damage reduction from transformation card. Let's go. I know I'm talking really fast. I'm the Flash. Let's get it. So 33.5k. That's a lot of damage, bruh. Keep in mind, I didn't pop a supply drop super or anything, so you can imagine this can hit up to 60k when you're fully buffed. 60k. I even hit 70k. Ridiculous amount of damage. I don't know. I probably hit like 80-90k. I just don't pay attention. I might be overestimating. I don't know. I might be exaggerating it, but 32k, as you can see, it's crit. 14.7. Even if you don't crit, it hits for a lot. 14.6k. So yeah. Whew. My lips are tired and my throat is itchy as hell because I am talking a lot. But either way, telekinetic pull, you're gonna clip with invisibility. If you're new to the game, what clipping means is you're gonna use telekinetic pull and then go into invisibility fast. So 1, 2, and bam, you're in invisibility. I'll show you guys on the sparring target. You do the damage from this and then you immediately go into invisibility. So it looks like this. See? And then I got double damage from it. If you pay attention, that's actually double damage. So watch. You see that? 2 ticks. So yeah, it's slept on. Not a lot of people use that. You know, not a lot of people use this power with invisibility. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So yeah. Okay, that's what you're gonna do at the beginning. You're gonna pop telekinetic pull, invisibility, and then once you go into invisibility, you're gonna immediately go into ambush sleep and follow it up with ambush pain blast, and then you're gonna be taken out of stealth, aka invisibility, and then you're gonna hit pyrokinesis to apply your damage over time, and then you're gonna go into terrorize, and then after that, once that's over, you're gonna go into telekinetic pull because it will be off cooldown, and then you're gonna go into cryokinesis and hit it twice, and then go into pyrokinesis, and then go into terrorize, and then clip telekinetic pull with invisibility and rinse and repeat. I know it's complicated, but hey, I'll slow-mo it for you guys so you guys can keep up. So this is what the rotation looks like. Let's see how much I'm parsing. Max parse that I've gotten with this loadout is, I believe, 41k per 10 seconds. I'm using a 10-second parser. So let's go ahead and see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Apply my damage over time. Go into that. I'm not creating that much, so it'll probably be a low parse. We'll see. 29k. I messed up too. So basically 30k. Okay, now let's try it, and I'm gonna slow-mo this time. Alright, let's see if I can get at least a 35k. I know I can do that. Alright guys, so as you guys saw, really good damage, man. Really good damage, you know. I tested this out multiple times, man. I keep up with the best of them, dude. Like, I'm serious. The people that, you know, that was in the run when I was DPSing, they know, man, I was doing a really good amount of damage. You just gotta pop stuff at the right time, you know. You gotta pop this at the right time, you gotta pop your trinket at the right time, you gotta pop your supply drop at the right time, and your orbital, you gotta set up everything, you know, methodically, and then you'll do a lot of damage. So now let me show you guys the range. the ranged loadout. So for the ranged loadout, it's gonna be the same thing. You can pop pyrokinesis, terrorize, cryokinesis, telekinetic pull from max range. Let me show you guys proof. Boom, damage over time. Terrorize. Wait, no, it didn't do it. Terrorize is not max range. You're gonna have to lock onto your target, okay? Still max range, you know what I mean? So boom, that, boom, you know, max range. All these powers are max range. Don't worry about the 24k per 10 seconds. You're gonna be parsing higher with the full rotations. You're gonna pop pyrokinesis, go into terrorize, and then telekinetic pull, 1-2 cryokinesis, back into pyrokinesis, back into terrorize, and then clip these two and rinse and repeat. First I'm gonna do it without slow motion, and then the next time I'll do it slow motion. Alright, let's get it. Bruh, I forgot to tell you guys something. Hold up, bruh. I don't edit my videos, everything is raw. Alright, that's how I roll. So this is max range as well. Ambush sleep, you have to be locked onto your target, but it is also max range. The only thing that's not max range in this loadout is ambush pain blast, and that's what I love about this single target loadout, man. So let me show you guys proof that it's max range. Boom, there you go. Max range. It hits hard too, man. 32Ks, you see? 33K. So yeah. And after you pop it and get a lot of damage from it, you can immediately go into psychic shock. So let me show you what that looks like. 1, 2. That's what psychic shock does. It's a very rapid damage over time, and I love it. It hits up to 10Ks, 12Ks, 15Ks when you're fully buffed. And it's max range too, so that's pretty good. So pyrokinesis, blah blah blah. I already showed you guys. I already told you guys about it. So now I'm gonna do the rotation, and first it's not gonna be slow-mo, and the second time it's gonna be slow-mo. Alright, it's also not power hungry too. You gotta keep that in mind. Mental is one of the most power hungry powers in the entire game existence, bruh. So yeah, let's go. Oh, I didn't hit. Yeah, I messed up there, man. You parse higher than that, y'all. Don't even trip. You parse higher than that. Okay. Okay. I messed up again. This is what happens when you don't edit your videos. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damage over time. Okay. So I had 31K. 27K on a 30% crit. On a good day, you'll probably, bro, I'm rhyming in this video, aren't I? But yeah, on a good day, you're gonna be, you know, critting for like 45%. And at that rate, you know, if you keep on critting like that, you're gonna be parsing a good amount from range. Definitely not the best loadout, you know what I mean? I'm gonna stress that a lot. Like, this is my personal loadout, guys. Keep that in mind. Now, this is my wannabe Martian Manhunter style / build. So, this one is easy. This is a very easy rotation. So simple. You're gonna have Neo Venom Boost right here by X. robot sidekick right there, psychic prison right there. And the reason why I'm using that is because it does higher damage than pyrokinesis, plus it's an ads loadout, so most likely you're gonna be in the hallways fighting ads, so you can get close to ads. Plus this is not a ranged DPS loadout, so yeah, you're gonna be going into psychic prison first, and then you're gonna pop terror tendrils to apply your terrified effects, and then go into psychic shock, mass terror, and then by then this will be off cooldown, so pop it again and rinse and repeat. It does a good amount of damage, but it lacks when compared to, let's say, gadgets, or I mean the majority of powers really. But I actually wouldn't say that, because the majority of loadouts use iconic powers, and I just choose not to use iconic powers, you know. I want to max. I love mental, so I want to use mental powers, man. That's just the way I am. Whatever. So psychic prison, terrorize, psychic shock, mass terror, terrorize, boom. So you're just gonna repeat that. You hold up. So I have 46k. Okay. Disregard the 27k. It's because I ran out of power. This is also not power hungry compared to other loadouts. And when I use this loadout on ads, I 9 times out of 10 pop Neo Venom boost, just so I can keep up with other AoE powers. So, and how I pop this super is I use Psychic Prison and I clip it with Neo Venom boost, which is the super, and then I go into the loadout and just rinse and repeat. So this is what that looks like. Okay. So I have 56k. See, it's also not power hungry, man, compared to other loadouts. That's what I love about it. 59k. Okay, I ran out of power, so it's gonna be a low parse, very low parse. I ran out of power. So yeah. So before I ran out of power, 56, half a mil for both. I mean basically 600k per 10 seconds with Neo Venom boost, and you're gonna be getting Neo Venom boost rapidly, you know, so you get to spam it a little bit and you can keep up with other powers. And trust me, like, I'm not a scrub, so I keep up with other powers. So I'm pretty sure you're not a scrub as well, you know. If you're watching this video, you know what I'm saying, thank you very much. You're not a scrub. I won't dare call anybody a scrub. But so that's the AoE loadout. And guys, I know it's not the best loadout, but you know, cut me some slack, you know what I mean. I enjoy the loadouts that I have, that's why I use them. I'm just simply sharing this on YouTube just to share it, really. If you want to go ahead and give it a try, go ahead. It's pretty fun, especially the single target, man. Tell me this doesn't look fun. Look at that. It's something different, you know. You're fully using mental powers. That's what's great about it. There's no iconic powers. Look, you also parse a great amount. You see what I mean? It's very, very good. 41k, how about that? You see? So if you watch this video all the way to the end, man, I really appreciate you. It's really up to you, you know, if you want to leave a like. But if you do, you know, it's much appreciated. It doesn't cost any money to leave a like, you know. It's barely takes any effort, you know what I mean. It's gonna keep me going. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next DC video that I upload. Peace.